All right, wanted to jump on the mic and talk about my day with you. We started out with our Real Estate Investors podcast. I'll let you guys know when that's dropping as well. It was pretty fun to jump into that, when you've got a great partner and you're excited about what you're doing, which is really coming from a teaching angle, partnering with somebody that's been in the business for a long time. And I was coming to conclusions during the meeting, or the podcast, I should say, about the people I was with on the podcast. My knee-jerk during the entire thing was figuring out language to talk about the other people participating on the podcast, positive things to say about them, contextualizing their philosophies, getting to the story of who they are at the core, etc. So it was pretty interesting that's just what I do without even thinking about it, and feeding back that kind of language back to my partners and just how much they appreciate it. And this is the stuff I can do, I don't want to say in my sleep. It's so effortless and natural and such an extension of who I am. That empathy mapping, the active listening, finding patterns, identifying philosophy and core values, pairing that with business practices, growth, opportunities, whatever the person is pursuing, and using all of that to come up with formulas and frameworks and continually talk about who people are and where they're going to go. It's truly exciting to get to have that experience talking with people who are trying to do things, that are going, people who are taking action on behalf of their own growth and finding opportunity wherever it is. We got to talking about the venture that we're going on, the adventure of the venture. I jumped on the whiteboard because I was taking notes during the podcast, something that came into clarity for me. Whiteboarding isn't my natural state. I can barely draw a stick figure. So I write. That's my natural go-to. The drawing part of whiteboarding is pretty funny because I am not that great of an artist in that particular medium about something that I needed to get out, and the whiteboard made sense. So I went outside of my comfort zone doing this in front of a somewhat newish partner just so I could get the idea out. And sometimes that is what it takes to make great things. And through me approaching the whiteboard and getting my diagram out, me and the other partners were able to suss out even greater clarity about what to add to this in order to have more material to talk about, to help people with, and further clarify our philosophy together. And it was just so great because when you're putting in so much effort into your own personal and professional development, you are going to reach for things that are kind of outside your comfort zone when necessity dictates. You're also going to just see those opportunities and say, okay, I can just sit on my hands, say nothing, or I can go outside my comfort zone. And in my case, it was jumping on the whiteboard just so I could get an idea out. And I did it. I was nervous and my voice broke because now the next thing I need to perfect is standing up and diagramming something out, illustrating something out on a whiteboard, a framework, but also being able to talk about it with confidence. And I just wanted to share that with you transparently, as it wasn't my huge comfort, but I did it anyway. And next time I'm going to try talking about it with more confidence as I speak about what I'm drawing on a whiteboard. So anyway, that was my lack of comfort zone today that I reached out and did. And just wondering if you guys have any of those as well. All right, drop it in the comments. Let me know, what is the last thing that you went outside your comfort zone to accomplish?
You've been listening to the Social Strength Founders Podcast by Sydney Washington, as she breaks down her assessment of our company, our performance, and next step. If you are interested in learning how Sydney and her company can help you take your business or personal performance to the next level, make sure you reach out in the comments area or connect with us on Facebook.